incubator for women supporting women entrepreneurs in scaling operations domestically and internationally, and creating distribution network for them. Women Innovator took various initiatives under the leadership of Tripti Singhal Somani. I personally have witnessed the success of various programs like Vendor Meet, Brand Ambassador Equity Program, We Talk, We Pitch to Fund, We Embassy Meet Management Planner, Coffee Table Books for Women and Men who help women. Women Mark e-commerce portal for women to create business-to-business sales and direct selling agent has helped many women, and today we are starting a series of unconferencing with amazing women of Uttar Pradesh. Starting from today, we will be coming live every Wednesday with inspirational women who have made their journeys worth sharing. I am starting. Before I start my round of questions, would request our esteemed guests to please introduce themselves. Starting with you, Aarti ji, please introduce yourself with our audience.
Women Innovator, for inviting me on your platform. I really feel very privileged, very honored that you recognized our efforts. I am Aarti Mittal. I am the director and the principal of Motherster Senior Secondary School. And I'm also associated with many organizations like Hitaishi, Nirbhaya, and so many, which are women-oriented associations. So this was a very brief introduction about me. And thank you, Sajida ji, also, who is the influencer of Aligarh. Both of you are amazing ladies. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you so much, Aarti ji, and thank you for coming live with us today. It's an honor to have you in our talk show. Now request Mariam Heather to please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Shaivaji, for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I would like to thank Women Innovator for identifying us as one of the faces who can come forward and talk. Thank you so much for recognizing our contributions. I am Dr. Mariam Heather. I'm working as a research scientist at Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, and I'm also the founder director of my mother's jewelry business, which is actually named after my mother, which is by Farhad Jewels, which has now been converted into by Farhad's Private Limited this year. So this is a small. Thank you so much.
That's a milestone that you have achieved. Thank you, Mariam, for coming on board today. And thank you for your time. We really appreciate that you joined us today in live session. I am now starting my round of question with Aarti ji. I want to know that from where you have started your journey as educationist.
A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one right step and one step. And my journey started at the age of 15 years when I started taking tuitions. At that time, I started taking tuitions because of some financial problems, because I had to go with my studies and I wanted to help my parents. And slowly, I did my studies also, and I did the job also. I completed my B.Ed. I have done my MSc, my B.Ed from AMU. Along with it, I was doing the jobs also, the teaching jobs. And then I joined in 1990 as a official teacher, as a bio teacher. But for 10 years, I taught there, and I found that there is something missing, like innovation and fun learning part, and the practicability was missing. So in 2000, I started, on 20th October 2000, I started my own play school. That was the first play school of Aligarh. And tomorrow we are completing, on 20th October 2020, we are completing 20 years of our school. Yes, tomorrow is the birthday of our school, and we are completing. After that, thank you. And then I started the play school, which has slowly grown up into a CBSE school having 2 branches. And recently I've also started one school for the rack pickers, that is by the name of Mother's Day Savera, for underprivileged children.
That's
Besides,
wonderful.
thank you.
Yeah,
So
that's amazing. Yeah.
this was the journey about the as an educationist, because when I went to the rural areas, now I started the other school in the rural areas, and I found that rural children, they have lack of so many opportunities. They are very good in studies, they have got very good grasping power, but the people are not ready to, they don't have the opportunities. Apart from it, I faced a challenge there that the rural children, they were, the girls were not sent to the school at that time. And it was very difficult for me to convince the parents to, I had to give so many incentives to the parents from time to time, uh, telling them that you have to send your girls to the school, because I feel the girls, and today by God's grace, I'm having the ratio of 50-50%. So now the parents are sending the girls to the school. So this was a small journey, and the journey is still going on.
Yeah, all the best. I know that you do wonders. People like you are, the leaders who lead by setting an example. And I am really proud that we have people like you in our state, Uttar Pradesh.
Thank you.
So now coming to you, Mariam, what was your idea behind Farah Jewels and how did it start?
Actually, way back in 2017, when I got married, I then realized that my mother is feeling very lonely, and I'm seeing her very upset because I'm a single child, and both of us were very close to each other. So I decided to engage her into some work where she can, spend some times, and she will come out of that loneliness, that spare which she's going on. So, because since my childhood, I've seen her tremendous business skills. Because way back in 1995 to 2005, before she was diagnosed with sciatica problem, she employed 300 to 400 females in our town area, Jalali, where they used to make handcrafted crochet suits, dupattas, shawl, and other handcrafted decor items. So I, at that point of time, I had this thing in my mind that she is good in business, but because of her back problems and her sciatica, she cannot travel that frequently, because that stuff which was made at that point of time, we used to sell it in Aligarh market and the different cities of UP. So both of us are very fond of jewelry, and we used to sit online for hours and used to see like a lot of stuff. So okay, we will, design this kind of set for us, and we will purchase this thing. So I thought, why not to indulge in something which we are very passionate about? Because when you love your work, it you don't feel burdened at all. So that was actually the dawn of by Farhad Jewels, and it is definitely for my mother. So we named it by Farhad Jewels, and by the grace of Almighty and the love and support which we have got from our clients all over the world across these 3 years, it has really helped us to grow, especially a reseller to become the manufacturer, and then by Farhad Jewels to become a small private limited. So this is a small milestone, but I feel good that when people appreciate you, they love you, you eventually grow.
Yeah, true, rightly said, Mariam, and I'm really impressed, in India, especially states like UP suburbs, where still there are places where we consider that a girl child is a burden to the parent. And the
True.
way you have set an example to various other, I would say not for the woman, but for the parent, that you have shown them that if you have a girl, she can still think about their parents the way you have thought the
Thank you.
loneliness, and then together this DO is working. I really like to see both of you together working, and it's growing, and all the best for your future,
Thank you
Maria.
very much. Thank you very much.
So I am coming to you, Arthi ji. What are the challenges you have faced so far in your journey as a woman?
As a woman, as a girl, you must all be knowing that as a girl, it's very difficult to go on the work. because you go through the roads, there are so many people out there. Then even at the workplaces, sometimes you don't find a very protective environment. And when I started my own school, um, at that time also, I faced the challenge that because the concept of a play school was a very new concept. So I had to convince the parents because they were they were used to that theoretical type of teaching. So practical type of teaching, they were not aware of. So it took me so much of time. Today, there are so many play schools blooming up in Aligarh. But at that time, it was the only play school in Aligarh. So at that time also I faced the challenge. And apart from it, before starting the school again, I was married to a orthodox family where the work practice was not appreciated a lot. So convincing your in-laws, convincing your husband was again a big challenge. But still, I managed to do it. It took me 3-4 years because I had to leave my job because of my daughter and my son. Then I started the school. So after that, as I told you, in the rural areas, I met the challenge that it was not easy to come up with the school in a rural area because the girls were not sent, the parents were not very much aware. They wanted to study, but for them the fee structure was very high, a CBSE school. So I had to cut short the fee structure. I had to give them incentives. I had to give them some more facilities so that they came up. So these are some of the challenges that we were facing and we are facing till today. But if you don't face the challenge, you don't grow up, you don't shine out. So challenges is a part of your way. जो सफर है ना जिंदगी का, उसमें challenges जो है वो आपको बहुत खूबसूरत बनाते हैं, आपको निखारते हैं as a human being, as a person. और ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में मैंने जो वुमेन ओरिएंटेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में जो काम करना शुरू किया, लाइक आई स्टार्टेड हितैषी, और आई एम एसोसिएटेड विद ह्यूमन राइट्स, मानवाधिकार, आई एम द प्रेसिडेंट ओवर देयर, एंड मेनी मोर एनजीओज आई एम एसोसिएटेड विद. तो मैंने ये महसूस किया कि यहाँ जो देयर आर वुमेन, और the most important problem with the women of Aligarh, or I think it's the common problem, especially in Uttar Pradesh, that the women are not educated. The women are not getting the opportunities to, they want to work, but they're not getting the opportunities. They don't have that strength to come out. सिर्फ मुट्ठी भर औरतें जो है वो आप वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट नहीं कह सकते. When जब सारा जो एनवायरमेंट, जब सारी लेडीज स्किल, या तो स्किल ट्रेनिंग मिल जाए उनको, या फिर वो एजुकेटेड हो जाए, या उनको उनकी फैमिली या कोई ऐसा एनजीओ, कोई ऐसा लोग हो जो उनको सपोर्ट करे, जैसे वुमेन इनोवेटर उन नॉर्मल लेडीज को सपोर्ट कर रहा है. दिस इज द बेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ यू कि आप उन लोगों को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं जो जिनको और लोग सपोर्ट नहीं करते हैं, जो कुछ करना चाहती हैं. So this is
that is where we are making a difference. We are able to reach to the areas and to the people who have stories to tell, लेकिन उनकी कोई सुनने वाला नहीं है. आपने you have actually highlighted a very good point that in spite of having a lot of difficulties, if you have a will, if you have a passion, you are unstoppable. And that's what we women have to believe. No matter, it doesn't matter. You believe you belong to UP or Madhya Pradesh or a metropolitan. I am a girl from a small town. My roots are from the village, but I really wanted to come up to, I wanted to see myself growing. I wanted to set example for other women, and I could do it. And everybody, if I could do it, anybody can do it. And the way you are setting example, the way Mariam is coming up, the Sajida is a role model for Aligarh women, the way she's thinking for other women. And I see many more on board there. We need to be together. We need to create a chain that where we are holding each other's hands strong. We are growing together. In my most of the other talk shows, what I understand that people are, always blaming women, that woman is the biggest enemy of the woman. So we need to change that mindset. We need to say that women are the strongest support of the woman. And we need to start from ourselves. We need to give that kind of support to the other women who are in our network. So thank you, Aarti ji. It was very enlightening answer from you. I am coming to you, Mariam. That after doing an MBA, PhD, and I understand that you are a gold medalist, you have topped the batch in your academic session. Working as a research scientist, doing an MBA. Why this jewelry business, and what is your mission and vision regarding your business?
See, I would always say that my company, this by Farhad Jewels, this business is actually the practical application of what I have studied during my MBA and PhD days. Because I believe the ultimate goal of education is to train any individual to utilize their knowledge and skills in order to provide services to the organization if they are working for any other organization, or
Right.
to start your own business, so that somewhere or the other way you are contributing to the GDP of our country. Though we are not that big organization, but if we can contribute that little to our economy, so we are on the right track.
Yeah, that thought matters. That is
Yeah.
important.
So your initiative, your thought process, the way you want to put things forward, it matters. We study a lot of things during my master's days: the organizational development, customer relationship management, which is the core and the most important part of any business. Interpersonal skills, your interpersonals and communication skills, how to understand what your customer wants is very important. So those knowledge, that's theoretical knowledge, and its practical application has helped me a lot in our business, and it is still helping me to become a better business person day by day. And if I talk about like this question, which like a lot of people ask me, that you are working in any organization and then you're managing your business, and then there is a household to take care of, because in the end of the day I am married. You have to cook food, you have to do a lot of household chores, we cannot deny that. So there my I would definitely give the entire credit to my PhD, because in that I have only did comprehensive research on the factors identifying work life balance, how I have to manage my work and how do I have to manage my life. So thankfully, I am lucky enough that my institution here in IT, they are very good. The working culture and environment is very female friendly. And when it comes to business, we are the team of three people right now. My mother, I, and one of my friend, she has also joined our business. So we have divided the task among all three of us. So each and everyone is doing their bit of work. If I am in the office from 9 to 5, when I come back, I do the household chores and I also entertain the customer's query. But if I talk about me as a woman and a daughter and a wife, I would definitely appreciate my husband, because if he is allowing his wife to do the job and managing her mother's business, I would not have come that far if he would not have supported me. So my parents and my husband, I definitely owe whatever I am today. It is because of them, because every women, I would say that कि औरत किसी से कम नहीं है, लेकिन उसके अंदर जज्बा बहुत है, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली फीमेल्स आर नॉट गिवन द अपॉर्चुनिटी. जैसे कि अभी आरती जी ने पॉइंट आउट किया था, आपने भी पॉइंट आउट किया, that females can do a lot better, exactly equal to what males are doing. When 4 of us are sitting, 10 can also come and join us for a live session. Unfortunately, they are not being given the opportunity, and here comes the lack of education. This is what I feel. If females are given equal opportunity, then scenario would have been different. If we refer to our V pitch conversations, where females used to come and cry and they used to thank Women Innovator for giving them the opportunity, even we would not know about them. So really, I am extremely proud to be associated with such a wonderful organization, which is not giving us the opportunity, but the entire female fraternity to come forward and showcase their work. So huge round of applause for you people.
Thank you so much, Mariam, and you're being so generous. But I really second your thought when you talk about Women Innovator giving platform to women. And I think Women Innovator is creating a platform, but you all are very, very deserving. And I see the potential and I see you are capable. And I see that women from smart cities and other places are no less. Okay. So I am proud that I'm connected with you all. It's in pleasure to create a team with you all, and I know that we'll go far together. So I'm coming to you, Aarti ji. That I see a lot of strengths in you, and I want to hear from your own mouth that what are your strengths? Aarti ji, please unmute yourself. You're muted. You're muted, Aarti ji. Unmute yourself, or I can unmute you. Yeah. So, Aarti I see a lot of strengths in you. I want to know that what are your thoughts? You cannot hear? Aarti ji, आपको आवाज नहीं आ रही है? I think it's a network. आप अपने phone पे volume एक बार increase कर लीजिए. Maybe. So I am coming to you, Mariam. I think Aarti ji is not able to hear me right now. I'll go back to her again. So, Mariam, what are the challenges you're facing in your business? Did you face any issues in selling after COVID-19? And what are your business has any social impact? Like, does your business has any social impact?
So I will answer all these questions like one by one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if I talk about the challenges, see, people these days, customers are very much aware and they are very much used to, for example, Myntra, Jabong, Amazon, where things are available on the website. With a click of a button, they'll order it and it will be, delivered to them within a week. But when we come to our business, this is the handcrafted jewelry. It takes a lot of time in curating and customizing a single piece for a customer. So people are not used to those kinds of businesses which takes 3 to 4 weeks in making a particular product. Though we have got a lot of ready stock at our home, we are entirely an online business, but we do keep some stock at home. But customer, when you write customizations, of course everybody want their jewelry to be different from the other women, and they will give you like a lot of input, which we always appreciate, and they want us to curate some special pieces for them. So when you are designing, maximum pieces are the customizable pieces, so there comes a challenge, there comes delays. So because people are not used to these kinds of made to order business, sometimes it get difficult to explain to your clients, though most of our clients have been very used to this condition. But sometimes it becomes a challenge where your clients want something in urgently, on an urgent basis, and from you only. But unfortunately your time span is such that you cannot supply in that particular manner. The another challenge which we face are sometimes the courier delays, sometimes the parcels which are going abroad, the custom delays, so because of which there are some glitches. As we are a team of 3 people, so what we do is we manually send the tracking details to our customer. What I am thinking that from next year, if everything works properly as what we have planned, so we will convert our website into an e-commerce website where customer can order directly from the website and each and every detail will be linked there. So the entire work of tracking it for them and then sending it to them, so that process will be deleted and it will be very easy for them to reach out to us, and we will be easy because we have uploaded and they can see each and every day where their parcels are going. So these were the small challenges which we were facing. And if we talk about the societal contribution of our business, so I would say that this by Farah Jewels, it actually manufactures the handcrafted Nizami jewelry, and we are keeping the culture and the traditions of Nizami jewelry alive. And as I've already told quite many times, that these jewelries are the handcrafted jewelries and they are being made by the karigars who are in this business from the time of Nizam. But unfortunately, these karigars or the jewelry makers are most of them with us who are working with us are the very poor female who are even uneducated, who don't get any kind of exposure, but they are working day and night, and their skills cannot be ignored, because whatever product which comes to the customer, it is all handcrafted. So we cannot say that unfortunately they are not being trained, they are not being given exposure, but they are very expert and very trained in their skill. So what we want is, we want to take this culture across the globe, so that people should understand the importance of handcrafted jewelry, because if the sales will increase, by default our karigars will be benefited. If the karigars will be benefited, their earnings will increase. I am very sure the females will definitely send their children to school. Though, as Aarti ji told us, it is sometime it becomes really difficult for female to take up a stand and to decide to send their children to school and help them to acquire education. But we are thinking, if we can bring some changes in the life of them, if they will earn something.
Yeah, so Mariam, I would say that's actually a very right approach to, to where we all look for an environment where we create
Exactly.
more employment, generate more employment. And that if we generate more employment, definitely it will add to our, eventually to our GDP and education as well, because then people will have a paying capacity for different things as well as the fees for their kids to go to school. And also to the problem that you said, see, I understand that your products are, they take time because they are handmade, handcrafted. I am in a similar business. I am in handicrafts and promoting handicrafts. So I would say that if you put a small videos wherein you can show that how much time consuming it is to create one piece of earring. But if somebody want a quality, and they want a different design, a unique design, a customized product, they will definitely wait, because
Yeah,
it's about creating a awareness. People are not aware that
exactly.
people are making out of hands. And I understand that not only in India but outside India, people do appreciate handwork, and love it and promote it.
Thank
So
you
I
so much. I will definitely incorporate this very soon. Thank you.
welcome. So Aarti ji, I'm coming to you now. As I see, you are a woman who have multiple qualities. I want to understand from you that what are your strengths and what biggest achievements of yours so far.
My biggest strength is my the time management. I have heard many women saying, "Time नहीं है हमारे पास," क्योंकि उनको मैनेज नहीं करना आता है टाइम को. टाइम सबके पास उतना ही होता है.
True.
क्वालिटीज हर एक को दी है भगवान ने, बट ओनली यू शुड लर्न द थिंग्स. मेरे लिए जो 3 स्ट्रेंथ्स है वो है डिसिप्लिन. There should be discipline in your life. Then it should be the discipline, determination. You should be determined what you want to do.
Yes.
आप औरत को ये नहीं कि कोई उसका हाथ पकड़ के उसको खींच कर लेकर आएगा. आपके अंदर डिटर्मिनेशन होना चाहिए कि आप आगे आना चाहती हैं, तब दूसरे आपको हेल्प करेंगे. और कहते हैं ना, जब आप कोई चीज डिटरमाइन करती है तो सारी कायनात उसको आपको हेल्प आउट करने के लिए आपका साथ देती है. So this is the second thing: determination, discipline and devotion. Whatever work you are doing, please do it devotedly. Half-heartedly मत करिए उसे. आप पूरा devotion देंगे, you will get success in this. So these are the 3 strengths that I think I have. And the most important is the time management. जैसे Mariam भी कर रही हैं. She is doing the job, she is doing the household chores, and I think everybody is doing. You are doing, Sharva, you are bringing up your children. Sajida is doing, and many women are doing, because women has the by the God's grace, they have the power of being multitasking. औरत एक ऐसी है जो मल्टीटास्किंग है, फिर भी शिकन नहीं लाती है.
Exactly. You're right.
और ये उसके बहुत अच्छी खूबी होती है. और मुझे लगता है, तो जो औरतें ये कहती है ना कि मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, भाभी जी टाइम नहीं मिलता, दिस इज द एक्सक्यूज.
Right.
If you want, you can do anything. And my achievements, so like in the field of education, I have got so many awards. Pratna Award, Inspiring Entrepreneur Award. and apart from it, the most different एक है मेरा को जो मिला है, that is the अलीगढ़ गौरवश्री अवार्ड. बहुत सारे हैं, बहुत प्यार दिया है लोगों ने, और ये उसी के लिए होता है कि आप आगे आते हैं तो लोग ये आपको रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं.
Exactly. And I think, yeah, and I think you're very well deserving. You know, the way you are actually doing a lot of work, and I see you're working for a segment, you are working for the environment also, that we see some of your work that you're doing for the waste management as well in Aligarh. So that
Yes.
is amazing and commendable if we all women think like that. And I agree with you, when a woman says that time nahi hai, even I am not able to relate to it, because when you say time nahi hai, that means there is some problem with your passion. That's your excuse that people make. And when people will say that I am busy, I'm doing multiple things, you should see the people who are growing, they are also doing multiple things. And if we have multiple things, then we should know that how to divide work hour by hour, and we should balance. Otherwise we should limit ourselves to participate everywhere and not able to focus on something. I advise people that if you have a passion, if you have a determination, focus. Choose 5, choose 2, choose 3, but do it with your energy and a passion, and do full heartedly. So Aarti ji, I have another question for you, since you are very much working also in suburbs. So what is your advice to the women who are living in a smart cities, especially in the small towns of the UP? That we see them, some places for women, even to make a decision of your own is a challenging thing. Like ghar mein, if there is a decision happening related to the marriage or a career choice for a kid, even if a woman is educated, her opinion are not being heard properly. And if
True.
she is trying to raise her voice, are not being heard, and she give up. She says, okay, let them be, they are better, let them choose. So for me it's very painful to see. To give your opinion is also a problem in some places. So what are your advice for such women who are even struggling to even in spite being capable, they are not able to make their own decision related to their own kids, related to their own family, related to their own self? So what is your advice to those women, how to come out from that situation?
These women, my advice is that for giving the decision, you have to prove yourself first. You should be at some stand so that people listen to you. You should have that proper knowledge. If you are knowledgeable, the others will surely are going to listen to you. But they don't gather knowledge. They don't come out from their hitch. And thirdly, they are not willing to sometimes participate in any of the things. You have to prove yourself. वो कहते हैं ना, सोना जो है तप के ही निकलता है, तो वो तपना पड़ता है, तभी आपकी बात सुनी जाती है. आप अंदर भट्टी में बैठे रहेंगे तो आप फिर वहीं रह जाएंगे. तो यू हैव टू कम अप, हैव टू, आपके अंदर नॉलेज भी होनी चाहिए, आपको अपने आप को प्रूव करना चाहिए, तो आपकी फैमिली, आपकी सोसाइटी, हर कोई आपकी बात सुनेगा. तो उन औरतों मैं यही कहना चाहूंगी, एवरी वुमन, कि कम अप विद समथिंग. ये जरूरी नहीं है कि आप बहुत एजुकेटेड हो, आपके अंदर कोई स्किल होगी, कोई टैलेंट होगा, कुछ तो होगा. हर एक को कुछ ना कुछ दे के भेजा है खुदा ने, तो कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा. तो आप उसको पहचानिए, अपने आप को उसमें प्रूव करिए, अपने डिसीजंस इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग, इतने सही दीजिए कि लोग आपकी बात सुने, वो घर वाले भी सुने और बच्चे भी सुने. अगर आप बुद्धू की तरह देखते रहेंगे तो कोई आपकी बात नहीं सुनेगा. So this is the thing.
You're right. And, I want to add here, see, it's also about making yourself as important, an equally important person in the family. When you start giving up, the other also start taking you for granted. So you
Right.
need to say that you're a human, you have a mind, and you have a same mind as anybody else in the family. If they can hear to their mother, they can hear to their wife or a sister as well. अगर माँ को इज्जत देते हैं तो बहन और बीवी को भी दे सकते हैं, उनके पास भी दिमाग होता है. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट स्पेशली to the areas of, small villages. वहाँ ये challenges होते हैं. And as we talk about women empowerment, we focus on different places जहाँ already women empowered है. So we all need to slowly move towards the, countryside. We have to go to the town areas to, show them that we are with them, we are there. And that is where the question came. So now I'm coming to you, Maria. That
Okay.
yeah, you want to add? Please add. Please add. Go ahead, Aarti.
What I am very like बहुत हैरानी की बात ये होती है कि जितने आप सबर्ब्स या टाउन जो गांव वाले एरियाज हैं जहाँ की बात कर रहे हैं, वहां तो वुमेन बहुत हार्ड वर्किंग होती हैं और बहुत ज्यादा काम करती हैं. तो जो वो इतना काम कर सकती हैं, पूरा घर देखती है, गाय भी भैंस भी देखती है, खेत भी देखती है, आप उनको कितना मल्टीटास्किंग बनाते हैं और फिर उनको आप दबाते हैं. तो ये उस औरत की तो गलती है ना.
बिल्कुल. और वो गलती क्यों है? या वो सारे काम कर रही हैं, बाहर के घर के भी काम कर रही हैं, बच्चों को भी देख रही हैं. They are serving to their in-laws as well. Still, they are not being heard. So that's where it's so painful. So you rightly said that we need to increase in our knowledge base, and knowledge is not only coming from schools or universities. We can gather from different sources, and we can also get inspired by other people's journeys as well. So now I'm coming to you, Mariam, that I see that you're managing the business and academics both together. So how do you do that? Like, job is a full-time job, and then you have a business as well. I understand that you're doing it in partnership with your mother, but then also that how you manage this, two different things, and you're equally good in your performance in both the places. So how do you do that?
See, as I just discussed that managing, it is very important for an employee. If I'm working for any organization, the environment, culture is very important. If you are being given a family friendly environment, if the work culture is very good, if the policies which the organization has designed are very much employee friendly, it becomes very easy for us, because here in IIT we are being given a lot of flexibility. We just have to complete the task. We are being given like certain time span that we have to complete it, no matter you work 24/7 or you work 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day. It depends upon you. So I always manage my work in such a manner. And for business, my mother equally supports me. She take care of lot of things like the dispatch, orders, packaging, and all that is being done at Aligarh. I am always available 24/7 on the phone and just, checking the different social media sites and what are the orders, settling the customer grievances, queries, after sales services. So sometimes it becomes very easy. But as if I say that, connecting some bit of what RTG said, that females have a lot of potential, they never come forward, is one reason they should come forward. If they are knowledgeable, they should, put their point with a lot of confidence in front of people. And if you are right, people will accept it. But if we talk about our society, India is actually the male dominating society. Females are being given very less opportunities as compared to males. If I will not talk about others, if I'll talk about myself, for example, if I'm managing 2 things or 3 things together, I want an equal appreciation from the society, like the way the society appreciate a male. But I have seen that sometimes you are not being appreciated the way you want. People will always target on your weak points, the things which you don't have, the things which you are not being able to do. So they will not equally support. So what I would I would request the Indian community, because here we are live, so if we can reach out to more and more people, please change your mindset. Females are not less than others. Please change your mindset. Give them the equal opportunity. They are not less than the others. For example, I got an opportunity. I got a support from my husband and my parents. That's why I'm here. But initially, when my mother and I started a business, when you do any kind of like small work, which is not so recognized, and you are from a small city or a village, people will always say कि ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं, शायद कोई पैसों की प्रॉब्लम है क्या, कभी ये नहीं सोचा जाता कि अगर औरत कोई काम कर रही है तो वो अपनी खुशी से भी कर सकती है, क्योंकि व्हाट आवर सोसाइटी विल से, अच्छा ज्वेलरी बेच रही है, मतलब this is a kind of words you hear from people.
So many women, you know, in spite of being capable, talented, they don't come forward
They
because
don't come forward.
they think people will say, you know, they are in need of money, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, but we all together should have to, you know, come forward and erase this mindset of the people that you're working or coming for your own passion doesn't mean that you are working for money. So yeah, so very
Exactly. So
that
there actually, I would say that education, it brings a, being educated, completing 10, 12, graduation, post graduation doesn't mean that you are educated. So you should be mentally, physically, etiquettes wise, you should be educated. You should respect the opposite gender equally.
equally, rightly said, Mariam. So before I go to my last question here, I want to ask Sajida if you have any question. Thank you for joining today's session. That on coming Wednesday we are having live talk with you, and we are so eager to hear your journey because that's also very inspiring. You're a role model. Anything that you want to ask to our guest today, Sajida?
नहीं, आपने सारा कुछ पूछ ही लिया और मेरे ख्याल में सारी बातें जो हैं आरती जी ने और मरियम जी ने इतनी खूबसूरत बातें कही हैं कि औरत कहीं भी पीछे नहीं है किसी भी हाल में, बट उसको अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ नहीं दी जाती हैं। तो
So yeah,
ये
yeah, yeah.
बिल्कुल सही बात है कि उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी, उसके काम को रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं किया जाता किसी भी स्टेज पे, चाहे वो बेटर काम करती है, बट हमारे यहाँ बहुत परहेज किया जाता है इस बात से कि औरत को रिकॉग्निशन मिले। तो ये सिकनेस है हमारी सोसाइटी की जिसमें हम सब लोग सफर कर रहे हैं।
And people are actually suffering, you know. I have
Actually.
seen, yeah, where people are sitting and people take opinion from men where woman is equally, you know, intelligent, but they will ignore her even though she's sitting on the same table. And this has
Yes.
happened with me, you know. I'm not talking about others, I'm talking about myself. Happened
Yes, of
with
course.
me. I had a better, you know, suggestions, but people hesitated to ask me, being a woman, than to
Yes.
ask men. So in the last, I want to ask a very important question. I know it's a bit critical here. Mariam and Aarti ji, I'll come to you, both of you, on the same question. That we always say कि हमारा gender equality नहीं है, we face problem, but we have never seen it to the point of view that, you know, there are women being raised in metropolitan. There are women who've been raised in small town or a smart city. For now, we say smart city, but you know, I would say the small districts. What are the main difference that you see, the real struggles of the women of who are being raised in the small cities and small towns in comparison to the women who are already being raised in the metropolitan? The one reason that I would say that I see the exposure and opportunities are
Correct.
more for the women who are there in the in this metropolitans or the capital city. But how to overcome that, and are they real, or we just think about it that, you know, it's a difference of the place? Because I see the way you know, the kids get opportunity to learn and get an expert easily available to teach them on various spots and various subjects in metropolitan. It gets very difficult in small cities, even though we have unlimited talent in small cities also. We also need to think and nurture those talent. Aarti ji, because you are leading it and you are running an institution, did you ever face such kind of things in your school kids or the girls you interact with?
Uh, Previously, because I have been in this field as an educationist for past 30 years. So previously I could say, yes, there was, because the social media was not there, the funds were limited, the awareness was very limited. But if you talk about today's time, I think our children are equally good as the children of metropolitan cities. But and even in sports, and if we talk about sports or other things, these children, especially the children of the rural areas, they are much better.
Yeah, because
So,
that's
so this is a very good thing, and the talents are not distributed between the small cities, or God has given talents to each and every child. Only the things is the opportunities. Yes, the opportunities in the small towns are less, but the knowledge is not less. We have this now. If we go to the social medias, on Googles and all these things, I think we are equally getting the knowledge. And same is with the
Yeah,
women.
so I asked this question especially for the young generations who are taking, their studies in small towns. I wanted to give them that kind of confidence. This, you're no less, and you can be much better. So don't ever let this thought come in your journey of your success. So that is why I asked this question, so that people who are coming and the new generation, we can inspire them. Mariam, over to you. What are your views on that?
See, what I feel, I would continue with what RTG has said, that if we talk about Aligarh and of the young generation, if I'll talk about the people who are of my age, I would definitely say that they are none the less than the people who belong to the metropolitan cities. But if I talk about the people who are of my mother's age and people who are living in Aligarh, and if I compare my mother's friends who are living in Delhi and Bombay, they are much more exposed, because it is often said that in Aligarh every second individual, if I'll say of that particular age and of that time, they always have an eye on the other person. People there in metropolitan cities, they are very carefree, they are enjoying their life, they are doing their work, they are least bothered. So what I'll just say, just do whatever you want, just don't care about the world, because वो कहते हैं ना कि लोग हैं, लोगों का काम है कहना, वो कहते ही रहेंगे, आप अपनी जर्नी में आगे बढ़िए, because हमने भी ये देखा है.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you say for example, there are a lot of people who are very good when it comes to cooking, right? But if I will compare to the people who are living abroad, I know like one of my very good relative who is living abroad, and she's running a wonderful like business where she make cook and like food for the parties and all that, and she's earning much more than her husband. But if you talk about people in our society, and what people will say, अच्छा खाना ही तो बनानी है, वो ऐसा क्या काम कर रही है, तो वो खाना नहीं बना रही हैं. आप ये देखिए कि वो पूरा बिजनेस मैनेज कर रही हैं, वो 200-300 पार्टीज में लोगों को सर्व कर रही हैं. बट इफ आई टॉक, मेरे ही बहुत सारे रिलेटिव्स, when we used to have some discussions in Aligarh, they always all say that we want to do something, but we always think log kya kahenge, log kya kahenge, because people will always say if a woman is working, तो डेफिनेटली कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम होगी, तभी वो वर्क कर रही है, अदरवाइज ऐसा नहीं है. बट अगर हम अपनी एज ग्रुप के लोगों की बात करें, तो आई डोंट थिंक नोबडी इज लेस देन दैट, एंड स्पेशली द यंग जनरेशन, the 18-19 years, oh my god, the girls in Aligarh, I tell you, they are so talented. If you will see Instagram, some of them are doing handcrafted business,
Yes.
some are the event managers, and some are doing baking business, some are singing. Oh, they are awesome. So I'm very proud of my city now, and especially the young generation, they are doing remarkable work.
So very rightly say, and why I got this point here, not only for the young generation, but women at our age, please don't ever come this thought as a hindrance for in the journey of your success, that because you are not living in a metropolitan and you're having less opportunities as the others have. Okay. So, and opportunities are not, kept somewhere. Opportunities are also something that we create for ourselves. So it's up to you how you create opportunity for yourself. On that note, I would like to end this session, even though it's such a beautiful session that I would like to continue, but we have a time limitation. Thank you so much, Mariam. Thank you so much,
Thank
Aarti,
you. Thank you.
for your time, for the enlightening session. I'm sure that this will help many other women. See you on Wednesday, Sajida, and I'm so looking forward for yet another amazing session with amazing women who are the performance from Uttar Pradesh. I am proud to be a daughter from Uttar Pradesh. Thank you so much, Mariam Aarti ji, for making this session more valuable
Thank
and
you
more
so much.
enlightening and
Thank
fun.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mariam and Aarti ji. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. Thank
And
you so
thank you,
much.
Shehwa, for such a nice session.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much.
Anita ji.
Thank